Straight out of the left coast of the coast in the east. Started off on the quest to find his favorite drink. We talk sports, comics, silver screen. Don't forget about the music, cause we loving the beats. A slice of life for the whole damn pie. We got it all. We know you feeling the vibe. From old Gen X to young Gen Z. Either way, we gon' drink. It's Sun and Pops.
What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Sun and Pops Culture. I'm Sun.
And I'm Pops.
And this is episode 103.
103.
Yeah.
Let it be, let it be. 103. It's crazy. We're in the hundreds now. Crazy.
Yeah, it's a status for sure.
I guess so. Pop my collar.
Not many can speak of.
Ever since I can remember. Yeah, that's pretty dope.
So what do we do?
What we do here at Sun and Pops Culture is give you our take on movies, music, video games, comic books, literature, sports, anime, and a little slice of life. Sometimes you get the whole pie. East and West, young and old, X and Z, Sun and Pops. Where can the people find us at, buddy?
You can check us out on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok at Sun and Pops Culture. There, we have some highlights of the show, full visual episodes on YouTube, and other fun stuff like trivia that we do on Instagram. And if you ever want us to talk about a certain something or just want to chat, you can always feel free to hit us up.
Yeah, we love hearing from our listeners. Listeners' feedback is like the best. And those of you who reached out and said thank you, I thank you. So congratulations for our 100th episode. I really appreciate it. Thank you. It means a lot.
Means very nice. Yeah.
Yeah. But I guess we'll start where we always start.
Yeah, with this week's drink.
Yes, this week's drink. This week's drink started as a 21-year-old's quest to find his favorite drink, but has since evolved or devolved into us drinking whatever we want, because either way, we gonna drink. What do you have for the people today, buddy?
Today, I just have a simple green tea. Hot green
tea. Oh, with the Snoopy glass, with Snoopy mug. Yeah.
So
I dig it.
Yeah, that's my drink.
Yeah, a nice little midday sippy sip.
Mm-hmm.
But we're in the early evening out this way, so I'm coming with yet again this Guinness Stout.
Oh man,
with the perfect pour. So let me take care of that. Handle my business. Remember when you were a little kid and CJ was over here, and he was talking about how he got in a fight at school? And I said, "What was you?" He was
CJ.
CJ, Big Trey's little nephew.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was all 7, I think. And I said, "CJ, what you doing fighting in school, man?" And he said, "I had to handle my business." I said, "Oh, okay, CJ."
7 years old.
Yeah, it's just gangster. I couldn't believe it. I said, "I had to handle my business." I said, "Oh, okay." So yeah, I would let this settle for a minute. That's the only thing about Guinness. There's like videos on how to like properly pour Guinness and how long it takes for the head to settle.
Yeah. I don't believe those, just because I watched the Irish show and they were drinking Guinness from the cans. So
just straight out the cans?
Yeah, I feel like they don't care.
Yeah, well, when you pour it in the glass, you do get all that foam if you don't pour it right.
Yeah, I know there's a technique and everything, but I think by the end of the day, I feel like by the end of the day, if they want it, they're just gonna drink it. However,
they're like bump it.
Yeah,
bump it. So now I'm ready. I'm ready enough. So.
Okay, that's good. That's a good one.
Yeah, thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you. It's just ridiculous how easy that goes now. Like halfway through, I think I should stop, and then I'm like, no, just want to.
Yeah, you should probably just because you can doesn't mean you should.
That's true. But my second one, I don't drink like that. I only drink the first one like that. And then the second one, I take my time with it. So, yeah. But actually, I'm switching over to PBR for my second one. Don't ask me why. It's mainly because I don't feel like going back upstairs to the other refrigerator. So Since I'm down here, I'll just drink what's down here.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, man, there's a lot.
Is there a lot?
I mean,
maybe?
I feel like, all right, I feel like there may not be a lot of topics, but there's a lot to be talked
Discussion.
about. Yeah, a lot of discussion for the topics that we have.
Yeah.
You
I
know, does that
agree.
make sense?
Yeah, I
mean,
agree.
I mean, there's stuff on here that seems important to me on Monday, and by the time we got to like yesterday, I was like, "Man, it ain't important no more." But I mean, but if you looked at my list, and you see that was my notes.
I see it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, just it's all like little things here and there, but nothing.
Some of your stuff's like so and so's cat got a new
Well, it's just little
litter box.
yeah, it's just little snippets for me, man. Like Jonathan Majors and Megan Good got engaged. Yeah, and I thought that's interesting because I was actually wondering about them because you haven't heard much about them. And they got engaged.
That's cool.
And I'm like, good for them. I'm assuming they have a nice, healthy relationship, and I hope it stays that way.
Maybe. It also could just be other celebrity, the typical.
It could be.
But good for them. I did forget they were a thing. So
yeah, if I didn't follow Megan Good on Instagram, I wouldn't have known. But she got that good.
Yeah, they've been together for a minute, so
yeah, a little while now. She's been waiting through all this rigmarole.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
we'll see. We'll see where he lands, where they land. Hopefully it all works out. So congratulations to those two.
All right.
Yeah. So see, that's one of my nonsensical things. What do you have? Some news?
We have news, but first I want to go over our recent Instagram poll.
Oh yes, the poll. Let's start with the poll.
So every week, ask the fans a certain question, and I share the results on the following episode. So this week I asked, what was the best movie musical? And the what's it called? The different answers you could have given were Singing in the Rain, Grease, The Wizard of Oz, and La La Land.
Yeah.
So last place with no votes.
Singing in the Rain.
Singing in the Rain, the classic. Yeah. I guess that's just our fan base.
Yeah, I saw it and I was like, I can't honestly vote for it. I know it's Singing in the Rain, but I can't honestly. Yeah.
I mean, it's a classic. People say that's the best ever.
No, but I'll tell you straight up, is that Fred Astaire or is that Gene Kelly?
That's Gene Kelly.
Pittsburgh
native, yeah.
Yeah, Gene Kelly.
Yeah.
Now, I'll tell you straight up, if you would have put American in Paris on there, I'd have picked that. Because I love that movie. I don't even know.
I've actually never seen that movie.
Yeah. It's not technically as good as Singing in the Rain, but that's the one I love. I love American in Paris.
That's another beloved one.
Yeah.
But yeah, Singing in the Rain got 0%.
Wow.
Now third place with 5% was The Wizard of Oz. Another classic.
Yeah.
Then 32%. Second place was La La Land.
Yeah.
And number one, with 64% of the votes, was Grease.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
I figured too.
Yeah, I just was like it's going to be
votes and everything. I'm not mad at it. I'm surprised La La Land got as much as it did. Because it's modern. I know it's beloved by many, but what it was up against, I felt like it was an uphill battle.
It's funny too because I have a love-hate relationship with musicals.
Yeah.
And I think there has to be like this balance in the musical, of music and still some dialogue to keep me going. And I always forget that Grease is technically a musical. You know what I mean?
I just forget?
I just think about Grease like it's a movie. I don't think about like La La Land. I'd be like, yeah, it's a musical. I would let someone know if they've never seen La La Land. I'd say, it's a musical, and I love La La Land.
If you don't know if you don't know any musical is a musical,
Julius, I'm just telling you. Okay, in a scenario, if someone asked me, I would say, "Oh, you want to La La Land? It's good. It's a musical." Whereas with Grease, I would never say it's a musical. I'd just be like, "You never seen Grease?" And then I would just tell them to watch Grease. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say, "Oh, by the way, it's a musical." You see what I'm saying?
I do see. I just don't see in a world where no one would know that.
Okay.
I see what you're saying, but I don't know how because Grease is
I
one of the
didn't.
most iconic soundtracks.
Yeah, it has an iconic soundtrack, but I still don't think of it like I think of like La La Land or like Les Mis or even Wicked. Like
Les
I don't
Mis is
think,
sing heavy. Grease is sing heavy, Dad. Grease is sing heavy.
but I never get that feeling. But when I watch it, I don't. I mean, there's a shit ton of songs, but I don't know. It just doesn't feel like a
It's
lot
well
of
balanced. I'll give it that.
modern, like a lot of musicals that are just like, yeah, this is a musical. Like I'm starting to feel like fatigue. I don't get that when I watch Grease. And La La Land, even though it's music heavy, I think that movie's dope. Like that's
I
movie's
don't
dope.
even think it's that music heavy. I think it's music heavy, like score wise, but there's not a lot of actual singing.
There's not.
There's that sounds dumb. There's a handful, I feel like, of songs, and there's other numbers where it's just like a brief. They sing a line or two, and then they let the music play or something. Like it's not like other musicals where it's just grand.
Yeah.
That's just my
Like-
opinion, or maybe
like-
it's just that well balanced. I forget.
Could be. But that's my thoughts on musicals. Like High School Musical, is that a musical?
I consider it. I mean, it's in the name, and
Yeah, but
they have like 10 songs.
Yeah, but it's balanced very well with the acting and the dialogue.
If they're singing, it's a musical.
Okay. All right.
If they're singing to express, like,
man, you should have
characters
thrown High School Musical on that list. That might have thrown the whole poll off.
Yeah, that would have changed some
might've.
answers.
Yeah, people
for
would have been like,
sure.
oh.
Yeah,
Greece would have had to run for its money then.
I think so.
Yeah. I agree.
I've grown to love musicals the older I get. As a
Love
kid,
to
I did
love?
not like them. Yeah, I'm a musical guy. I'm a musical
Look at
guy.
you. Look at you. Okay.
As a kid, I was not. I didn't like all the singing and stuff.
You suffer through
And
a
I
lot of
feel
Disney
it.
movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I like them. I'm funny about which ones I watch though. But
Yeah.
I like them. I'm sure we'll get into our Wicked review at some point.
Oh, for sure.
And but yeah, I like them, but I won't see every musical that comes out. I don't feel the need. But yeah.
So good news. Oh, what were you
good.
saying?
Nothing. It's just a story, but go ahead. It's not important.
Oh, okay. Well, good news. Big news. With Sun and Pop's Culture 2025 San Diego Comic-Con.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's
And,
right.
Out in July. Sun and Pops will be there. We got tickets.
Yes, we did it again. We did it again.
Not our first rodeo.
It's not. We're gonna get it right this time.
We will.
We're gonna have
we
a
have
plan.
2 days there this time.
We have 2 days. We're gonna map it out.
It hasn't been a decade since our last time there.
I know.
So we kind of know what it's about.
Yeah. But the amount of growth from the first time we went to the second time in Comic-Con, which was already huge, to where it became like, I don't even know, massive.
Yeah, you realize it's not just like it's just nothing else compares.
No, it took over the whole Gaslamp district. It was crazy.
It's a whole downtown center. They have events everywhere. I don't think any other con is like that. It's just the convention center.
Just the convention. I think we saw 20% of that thing.
Yeah.
I really do. Like, because we got there and we were like, oh shit, this is way bigger than last time. People with a lottery was actually for those of you who don't know, to get tickets to San Diego Comic-Con, it's a lottery process. It's like it's a lottery. You get lucky, and somehow we've won 4 times actually, because COVID. We won for COVID too, but then they canceled that year.
No, we didn't get COVID. I wasn't signed up.
But I won.
Yeah, you won, but
you weren't signed up, so we didn't even get them. But I still won the lottery. So we won the lottery. 4 times now? Yeah. First, second, third. Yeah. So this will be our 3rd time going.
Mm-hmm.
But so you get put into a waiting room, and you wait. and you hope it doesn't sell out before it gets to your group. That's
Yeah.
randomly generated.
Random.
And
I swear it's not random. But I swear it's a queue.
they were probably like, this motherfucker again. They were like, he's here again. But they so what happened on October, was it October 26th?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, the tickets went on sale and the system crashed. What, 20 minutes in? Because
Yeah,
I wasn't on this time. You were on. I had to
I was
work.
on. Yeah,
So you were like double fisting trying to get us tickets. And so the system crashed and they were like, we'll just have to do it again on another date. And that's basically like all they said
Yeah.
for like 2 weeks.
yeah.
And then they sent us an email saying this is the date,
Mhm.
November, whatever, 23rd or whatever this was. But
Yeah, it was the 23rd. Yeah,
man, so we
that was
got
it.
on.
They
I'm
They
here.
posted something on Instagram, and
Yeah.
that was it.
Good
Yeah, to
luck.
be locked in.
Yeah. So
Praying it doesn't happen again.
I know.
They were
I
prayed
know.
it doesn't happen
Yeah.
again.
But I was sitting here and you were sitting out there, and we got in and got the tickets.
Yeah, it took
And
an hour. It was an
yeah, it
hour
took an
of
hour.
the
The
of them
scariest
being
part
on
for
sale.
me, I text you and was like, yo, I have 47 minutes. And you were like, sweet, I still have an hour. And I was like,
Yeah.
okay. And then I got down to 35.
It drops once you drop past below an hour.
Yeah, it moves.
Mhm.
But then I jumped back up to 49. And I was like, yeah.
Oh.
I went, what the fuck is this? Like, I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. I was like, whoa, what's going on? And then it dropped back down normally. And the last 12 minutes was actually like 7 minutes.
Yeah,
like once I
because
hit,
it depends on the people in front of you, I guess.
Yeah, how
purchasing.
fast they buy there.
Yeah, because I told you like, when you bought them, I was like, I saw 47 minutes is saying, and then by the time our call ended, I was up.
Oh, you were up?
Yeah, like I was up, and I was like, oh, that was definitely not 47 minutes.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is that your cousin Courtney came over later, and I told her, and she was like, "What?" And I was like, "You should have registered." And she was like, "I was registered." And I was like, "You should have told me."
Yeah,
I was like, we could have got you tickets. Because for those of you who don't know, the way Comic-Con ticket sales are, is if he would have won, he could have bought tickets for me and him. I got in, so I was able to buy tickets for me and him. But you can actually buy tickets for 3 people. It doesn't even have to be you. You can buy tickets for 3 people
as long as you have an account.
As long as you already have an account before that day. So
actually, I don't even think it's before that day. It's a cutoff. They have a cutoff.
There's
date.
a cutoff.
There's a cutoff date, like back in October, I think.
Oh, that's how they get you. Okay.
Yeah, you need an account with them.
Be registered. Yeah.
Before X date, and which they sent updates on. Like, make sure you're registered.
Which makes sense.
Yeah, so you don't have so they have like a rough number of potential.
Yeah,
people in the queue,
which makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Now they but it's crazy because I was like, I did the math right quick, and that means basically if 3 people could get up to 9 tickets. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you could get, for 9 people, like if 3 people got in and they each got tickets for 2 more people, that could be like 9 people.
Yeah, you can make parties off of it. You just gotta wait it out.
You just gotta wait it out. So, but it's gonna be me and you again taking San Diego by storm.
Yeah, this time.
All right,
ready.
Hey, I already put in the orders for the fresh teas. I just got to talk to you about color schemes and how you want to do it this time. Because we got the 2 best days, so we're coming at them.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
we got time.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, that was good news.
That was. It was like I was sitting on the couch afterwards looking at your mom, and I was like, I think I had an adrenaline dump. I just felt kind of just like, oh
yeah,
like, oh, we did that.
Like
okay, like okay, yeah, like like, huh? Okay, we're doing it again. Okay, yeah, but yeah. So, anyways, you want to do some news, or you want to talk about some trailers, or you want to talk about some gossip, or?
I leave it up to you. Do you want to get into the meat and potatoes?
If we get to meat and potatoes with like the 2 major things, I know we're not going to talk about the other stuff at all.
Okay, let's talk about the small stuff real quick.
All right, yeah, let's talk about some small stuff.
Because there's some news, I feel like, with trailers and everything.
Well, the live version of How to Train Your Dragon, which I didn't even know was
live
a thing.
Action, yeah.
Live action, yeah. It the first trailer dropped. Well, the first teaser dropped, and I had no idea they were making it.
Oh, really?
So when I saw it, I was like, huh? And
Yeah.
then I saw it, and I love those movies. I love them. And I was like, as long as it just didn't fuck up Toothless, I'm fine. And then they didn't. So I was like, well, I guess we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
We'll see what I feel like it's going to be a very what's the word? Adaptation. What's the word? They're not going to branch out much. I think they're
Yeah,
going
that's
they're
what I
going
was
to
gonna say.
yeah, they're going to
I
do
I
what
knew this was
works.
coming.
Yeah.
I knew they announced it. I didn't know it was coming so soon. It's next summer. Like I remember them
That's crazy.
announcing it, and I was like, man, they got right straight to work.
2025.
Yeah, it's next summer.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
June.
I mean,
yeah. So and like you said, it's I forget the word you're looking for, but it's
yeah.
A B C.
Yeah.
Like it's shot for shot. Like
Yeah.
in the teaser,
Yeah.
him.
I mean, with the
What's
hand.
his name? Meeting
Hiccup.
Hiccup meeting Toothless
Yeah.
was shot for shot,
Yeah.
frame by frame,
Yeah.
the
So
cartoon. So it's like on one hand, you're like, okay, they're paying respect, like they know
yeah.
what they
Yeah.
had to
Yeah.
do. But on the second, and Tooth looks just like how he does in
He
the
looks.
cartoon.
I mean, I was like, that's weird because in a cartoon he's CGI,
CGI.
and then live action he's CGI, and he looks
Mhm.
exactly the same. Like
Yeah.
I was like, because it's CGI.
Yes.
So they're like,
So
I'm like,
that's the weird part. You're like,
yeah.
with
Like,
that in mind, you just think, okay, why do we really need this?
yeah. Why? Yeah. If the main thing of this is the dragons, they're gonna look exactly like they look on the cartoon.
And you're doing shot for shot the same.
Yeah.
Just with people.
Yeah. But this is what's funny. I'm not mad about it. I'm just like, okay.
I'm not mad
Whereas-
either. I'm
Or if
just
it was Disney, I'd be like, God damn
confused.
Disney, you just cash grab, just trying to take everybody's money. but this one, I'm like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
it's cool.
This one, I'm just like, okay, they know, don't play it safe.
Yeah,
The actors look exactly like the dad. Looks exactly like the dad. I'm like, that's
yeah.
Well, people are mad
Yep.
about Ingrid, I think's her name, his love interest.
Yeah, yeah.
About
Something
her
about her.
casting.
Is
Yeah.
she Hispanic or something?
No, she. I thought she was biracial.
Is she biracial? Well,
Yeah, people were up in arms about that. And
Well, then they said-
and the people defending it, they're like, this is fantasy.
it's fantasy.
That's
Yeah.
how you, it's not historically accurate.
No, and then
could
they
be
said
anybody.
the person. Wow, the person who voiced her was actually Hispanic in the cartoon.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
ha. So there's
So
that.
they're all confused.
Yeah, they're like, I don't know how to feel.
Yeah, the
It's-
casting people
but-
said they based it off the kid, like how
It's
she
a kid's. Yeah,
captured and displayed the character.
yeah.
It's
yeah.
not going for exact lookalikes.
Right, buddy.
It's the actress from. She was the daughter in the zombie thing with Pedro Pascal. Last of Us.
Really?
That
Really?
daughter in the beginning, in the first episode.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
She's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
good.
she good. That girl good. Yeah, she good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's like the only thing people are mad about.
Well,
People they've been mad about that for years.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. There ain't no brown skin hobbits either, so they were mad about that. Really? Really?
Yeah, like that was another example. Like, this is fantasy.
Yeah, fantasy.
Like, why wouldn't there be?
I mean, it could be anything. It's fantasy, but which I'm gonna have to bring out when we talk about Wicked. But
yeah, I was just gonna say I was looking forward to it still. Like I'm still gonna see it.
Oh, yeah.
Unlike the Disney ones, I'm like, oh.
Yeah,
okay.
it's so weird, right? Yeah, how you don't care, but well, Disney makes you mad, but this one makes you interested.
Yeah, because I still feel like they can do stuff with live action that makes it worth seeing. Whereas Disney, it's just a straight cash grab.
Yeah,
like this could be, I don't know, like more mature. You can do it. Because by the end of the day, it's Vikings and stuff and dragons.
It is. It really is. There's not going to be a what's that thing when they pull the lungs out? They're not going to do that.
Oh no, I don't want that.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
but maybe just the themes and stuff and how they convey them. What were you gonna say though? You said Gia?
Oh, Gia. I don't know the actress's name, but the one who plays Gia on Euphoria. What's her name?
I don't know. I know you're talking about
Zendaya's character's little sister. She's
Yeah.
not returning for the third season. That's a little bit of news. She's
Wait,
not
there's
going
gonna
to be
be a
back.
third season.
I mean, if there
I think
ever
that's
is
the
a third
biggest
season,
news. Why isn't she gonna be back? That's
I guess they just moved on from her character, so she's not
what?
returning. I don't really know the details of why she's not
This,
coming back, but she said she's not going to return. Her character's not going to return, and she was just,
dude, just don't make this season.
they're probably not going to, but
You're telling me Rue's little sister, they don't plan to have her in
I
the
guess
season?
not.
How does that fit? They're not making this. This is never coming out.
Yeah, it'll come out like
Everyone's 30 now. Like,
yeah, everybody got stuff to do. Well, they were all doing the same thing, like trying to make stuff around the schedule, and then like nothing ever happened because he made that raggedy ass show at the weekend.
he really did focus on that.
Yeah, and now it's like everything's like, so everybody's busy. Literally, everybody's busy.
Yeah, he waited. Yeah,
So played yourself.
waited too long. Yeah.
So, but
If it does come out, I won't be upset. But I'm just saying, it's been already 2 years.
Has it been 2 years?
Yeah, and I don't even know if they're finished writing it. So,
did you see that Anne Hathaway is starring in Verity?
no.
Do you know about?
No. What's Verity?
The reason this is significant is because our domestic queens out there know what Verity is. It's a Colleen Hoover novel.
Oh yeah. I know that. I know the
yeah.
cover.
Yeah, your mom read it. Your sister read it. I think
That's a big one. That's a popular one.
Yeah, Anne Hathaway is been tapped to star in the movie.
Oh, that's making money.
Your mom went, what? I guess so, but she's kind of old. I said, okay, mom.
She
looks
looks
okay,
so
babe.
young.
That's what I said. She looks young still.
Yeah, she's
like,
good.
Okay, yeah.
So,
she good.
that movie's making a lot of money, regardless. But with her and
Colleen Hoover getting that paper.
Oh,
so yeah, I saw that. I just laughed. I laughed. I mean,
she's set for the rest of her life.
Oh, this house is filled with so much Colleen Hoover.
Yeah, she has a whole. She can fill up a whole section in Barnes and Noble.
Yeah,
just
it's
her
crazy.
Stuff.
It's like her and Stephen King. It's like we just do us. Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's interesting.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's a pretty sexual book, I think.
All her books are.
Oh, are they really?
Yeah, that's the catch. That's why her demographic is the way it is, because you're like reading it like, ooh.
Like your mom's over there with her
Yeah, that's so when mom's reading it, you gotta just look over her shoulder.
I see her fanning herself.
Yeah, that's why
hot in here. I'm like, no, babe, it's not hot. Colleen Hoover just got you again. That's funny.
Yeah,
I didn't know
that's her big appeal. Yeah.
Oh, but you know how many times I've been in situations and these girls start talking about Colleen Hoover?
Oh, yeah.
And I've been over your uncles and your aunt and her friends are talking about her and the books. And the only one I knew that was explicitly sexual was Verity. Because they'd be like, Verity. I'd be like, you 30 girls reading Verity.
I think that is like the most.
That is like
all of them have that like undertone.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Of course. Now I'm gonna have a conversation with your mother. I'm just gonna ignore the fact that she gets the books off your sister. I'm just gonna ignore that. I'm just gonna ignore that completely. Yeah, that's out of my hands. Out of my hands. I'll be on the news. They'll be like, father burns books in backyard. I'm like, what is this trash? What is this?
It's entertainment. Come on.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care. It's just funny. It's just funny. I waited how many years for your mom to start reading, and now she doesn't put a book down. So I'm happy for that. I'm happy for that. But yeah.
What else do you have?
Just the odds and ends. Cat Williams is GQ. He has a spread in GQ. Cat Williams. And it's called The Man Who Opened the Portal. And I just found that very interesting because Cat Williams, for all his wild, mad talks, is now credible. He's like, you heard what Cat said. Cat said, and now they're just like, damn, Cat. Like, he's like, yeah, people owe me apologies and money. He's like, I'm over here. They're just trying to make me look crazy. I'm getting beat up by 15-year-old boys. Even though I don't care what anybody says, he can say Illuminati. He can say whatever he wants, but when that 15-year-old boy knocked him on his ass, that was nobody but him. That was his fault. He ran his because at the end of the day, Cat's still only like 5'5". and he
know.
ran his mouth to some big old
But
thick
also, the
teenage.
thing is, it's like, okay, yeah, he's saying all this stuff that ends up being true, but at the end of the day, he's also doing stuff like that.
Yeah,
So he's still
yeah,
crazy.
yeah. He's still crazy.
Yeah,
He
it's
got
just
arrested
what he's
like
saying is
21
true.
times in like a month or something.
Yeah,
Crazy.
like that. That's so true. Like he's
Yeah.
so crazy. But
Did you see the video when the teenager beat up Cat?
no, you talked about it before.
But it's just
Yeah.
still one of the craziest things. I mean,
He's
he
a
was
small
playing.
human being.
He's small. Like he was, and his argument was, "I'm a grown ass man." Cat, technically, you're a grown ass
Yes.
man, but your grown ass man and my grown ass man do not look the same. Like it's
Yeah.
just not the same.
Yeah,
Like-
and he's an older guy, and he's
Yeah.
up against the prime specimen.
Yeah, I mean that kid. They were playing soccer. That's the thing. They say
Yeah.
Cat just like showed up when they were playing already, and started playing with them, which is already weird.
Yeah, like why you don't have anything better to do? You live in
Yeah.
Beverly Hills.
And then they get in an argument, and he tells the kid, and he tried to grab the kid by the throat like a G, like, whoa. And the kid was
Oh
like,
man,
"What?"
Yeah,
He like broke him off and was like, blah, 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 and then like choked him out. I said, "Damn, Cat, you just got beat up by a kid
yeah.
on tape." Like, So yeah, but anyways, he's still right though. He's GQ's.
He's right.
You know,
He's so crazy.
man, he's still crazy. Well, here I got crazy for you. Have you seen the reel that's been going around where the dude's telling a story? You're gonna be like, "Dad." I already told your mom. You're gonna be like, "Dad," but it's just funny. So just give it a second. But did you see the reel of the guy who's telling a story about when Michael Jackson beat up Tupac? Have you seen it?
Who's this guy?
I can't remember who it is, but he's
Is
like,
he
look,
an actual?
he
like-
knows Tupac. He knew Tupac, I guess. I don't know. He tells this story. I saved it on my phone. He tells this story of Tupac was coming out of somewhere with Kidada Jones, Quincy Jones's daughter.
Okay.
You know, and he's being disrespectful. Well, Michael was actually coming out of the same thing and saw it, and of course, you know, he watched these girls grow up. They're like family to him.
Yeah.
So Michael hits him with his real voice. You know,
yeah,
'cause
which
this you
always
don't
throws
know.
everyone off.
Yeah, Michael has an
Yeah.
actual real voice, and it's deep.
Yeah.
Like, hey, what are you doing? Like, you know, that's my niece.
Mhm.
What's the problem? And I guess Tupac was like, mind your own business, Mike. And Mike was like, what? Like, no, that's my niece. And next thing you know, they said Michael Jackson beat the brakes off Tupac. But the guy said, because, you know, he said, Tupac can't fight. He said, Tupac couldn't fight. That's what he said. And I
Oh,
believe it.
man.
I believe it. Tupac
Yeah.
would shoot somebody. I'm telling your mom it's in
Tupac was
bed
a
last.
theater kid, so yeah.
That's exactly what I said to your mom. That's exactly what I
like
said to your
that's-
mom, bud.
There's a video on YouTube about Tupac his senior year, talking
Yeah.
about some play, and he's like really passionate and articulate.
Yeah, about
That's
the
who he
play.
is.
That's who he is. And I said, Tupac, yes, he would shoot somebody, but he probably couldn't fight. I said, if Michael Jackson had 5 brothers, and your mom
Yes.
went, what's that
And
mean?
Joe
I
Jackson.
said, and Joe Jackson. So his brothers would probably whoop his ass, and if he
Yeah.
cried, Joe would whoop his ass for crying. Like, you're
Yeah.
not going to do that. So Mike might have been
Yeah.
hard as nails. Truthfully, he probably was hard as nails because look at the business moves he made. He didn't give a fuck about
Yeah,
nothing.
yeah.
So-
in the 70s too.
In the 70s, he was like,
70s.
you know, his
Yeah,
kryptonite
no
was like
regulations.
his kryptonite was like a girl trying to get at him. He'd be like, "What?" He was like, I
Yeah.
don't know what to do now." But somebody tried to throw.
I'm not saying Tupac wasn't tough. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but there's a good chance that Mike might have done it.
Yeah.
Because I said, Tupac, your mom, we're laying in bed. Your mom's like, "Babe, you're trying to tell me," and I'm like, "Babe."
They're
Like,
the
think
same
about-
size.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah. I was like, Tupac was 140 pounds. Mike was probably like 150.
Yeah.
I was like, seriously. I was like, you know, and I'm sure Tupac underestimated him, and Mike
Mhm. He
hit
probably
him
got a
with some-
surprise too.
hit it with some
Yeah.
quick scuffle, like what?
Yeah.
It was like, what just happened?
Mhm.
So I'm here to say I think it might have happened. That's all I'm gonna say. I think it might have
Yeah.
happened.
if,
which
if
would-
I heard more accounts of this, yes. I just don't.
Well,
I just don't know the guy telling it.
yeah, I'll have to find
You
his
know?
name.
I don't
and-
doubt it though. I'm not doubting
I
it.
mean, I'm right.
But before I
Like,
say it's true, I need at least one other
Yeah.
person
yeah,
selling
to
the
say
story.
yeah, it happened.
Mhm.
Could you imagine? Because like the whole thing with Jada was like Jada was afraid Tupac was going to kill Will Smith.
Yeah.
She didn't say she was afraid he was going to beat him up.
Yeah.
She was afraid he was, and that's the thing people
That's the
don't get.
difference.
Yeah, some cats are scrappers and some cats are shooters. That's true. Usually the shooters can't fight. That's why they're shooters.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just, you know.
You're right. That is a difference. Because come on, Will Smith's a big man.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like
West Philadelphia, born and raised.
Yeah, exactly. He wasn't worried about throwing hands.
Yeah.
But you know what? That Tupac movie you watched, you said it started with Tupac busting niggas. He had just shot somebody.
Oh, the documentary.
He didn't say why. He was like, he took my Parker spot, shot him. So I had to shoot him. But just thought I'd share. I'm glad you get it.
That's interesting. No, I can see. Yeah, I can see the probability of that happening.
What a time! I wish I would. Yes. Oh my God.
They swept that under the rug, and the people that probably swept it under the rug was Mike's PR team.
Mike's people. They were like, "Ooh,
you can't let the people know."
Yeah, they were like, "Let me check the tape." They were like, "What are you checking for?" They're like, "Well, first of all, nobody better heard his real voice." They were like, if somebody heard Mike's real voice,
it's on the train.
That's billions down the drain. You heard Mike like, "What?" They were like, "Oh no." I probably threw Tupac off right there. He was like, "Who's talking to me?"
Yeah, that's a surprise attack.
Yeah. Mike's real voice. Yeah. Oh my gosh. So that's all I have though for news.
That was interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all I have for news too.
Oh, and that, you know, my man from the House of the Dragon.
Yes. Good job.
Steve thank you. Steve Toussaint, the sea snake.
Oh.
Has been cast in the third Black Panther movie as of Wakanda.
Oh, yes. He's good. Good actor.
Yes. Along with the fact that Denzel has said he has been cast in the third Black Panther movie.
They're doing an old head Black Panther?
I don't
Bringing
know.
back
What's going
the council?
I don't know. Maybe that's going to be all them Panthers that were up in that tree. You know? They're going to be giving wisdom to the young buck. I don't know. But so I was like, oh. So Coog's in there right now, burning that midnight oil, writing that script. So, you know, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, Black Panther always delivers.
Yeah, for sure. But as far as you know, little news. That's all I got.
Well, speaking of Black Panther, Pulitzer Prize winner Kendrick Lamar.
Yes.
Kendrick Lamar dropped an album on November 22nd titled GNX.
Yep.
And it's about, I don't even know how many songs. It's 44 minutes. And yeah, what are your thoughts on it? You listened to it yet?
I listened to it twice.
Okay.
I listened to it twice through and just shuffled it while I was doing random stuff.
Me as well. It's 12 songs. 12 songs.
My thoughts. I like it. I have to give it more time. I'm just being honest.
Okay.
A lot of the songs remind me of other songs. To the point
of songs in general?
Of other songs of his. And initially the first 3 songs I listened to, I looked up. Remember I told you I was at work when you sent it to me. And shout out to the light skin D Brown. He was playing it for me because I sent it to him, so he started playing it. And I looked up at him after the 3rd song, and I said, "These are a lot of samples from like the mid to late '90s." And he said, "Really?" I said, "Yeah." And I said, "I can't put my finger on what they are." I said, "But like I recognize like the beats."
Yes.
Like and which was cool, but I'm not trying to fight the internet today, but I do like it. But like I said, I'm gonna have to give it time. Damn, I didn't need any time. Damn took over my life. Mr. Morale and what is it?
And the last album. Something Steppers, I forget.
Yeah, that took me a couple of days to fall in love with, and I never fell in love with it like I did with Damn, because I can play Damn front to back. You know what I mean? There are songs that I pick out on Mr. Morale. And on this song so far, there are songs that are definitely standouts. that whole TV off, that mustard.
Oh yeah, that's a meme. That's a
Yeah,
meme.
it's. But I'm like, I get why people are
Right.
hype, but I'm like, just don't hear "They Not Like Us" when you listen to that song. Like,
Okay.
part of me feels like he might be fucking with us a little bit, just a little bit, because like that is a good song and everybody's hype about it. But I literally am like, they not. This song is like literally as
I
soon
don't
as I
think
hear
it's
it,
him messing with us. I think this whole album, yes, it sounds a lot like Not Like Us, but that sound is the Bay Area sound, the
that's
rap
that bait.
scene of the
Well,
Bay Area.
I'm
And
talking.
not just he's repping LA. All those
He's repping.
samples you hear, those are LA produced music. All his
Are those
featured artists,
are those Sam? I know
yes,
all the featured artists are from LA.
are local.
Which
Yeah,
LA isn't the Bay, by the way.
I
The
know.
Bay is San Francisco.
I
Okay,
know.
okay.
I'm just saying
I'm
it's
just saying.
very California. It's just a
Very
very California.
California. Okay,
Yes.
okay.
And maybe you could say he's trying to ride the wave of Not Like Us, but I just think that's his sound right now. And that
That's
he's
his sound. Well, see, no, I was just talking about that one song sounding like Not Like Us because it does. TV off.
it does.
The one song he does sounds like One Mic by Nas. It's the way he delivers it,
Mm-hmm.
the way the chorus builds. It sounds like One Mic. The other song, Reincarnated, he spits just like Tupac, which I get. His whole flow is
The
like Tupac's.
the sample in that is he samples a Tupac song. The
Okay,
beats from
well,
a
his
Tupac song.
well, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And because his flow is a Tupac flow, like the way everything about it, which I get
Mm-hmm.
because he reveres Tupac. I'm not hating, but so I like it. I'll keep listening because I made a J. Cole Kendrick playlist. That's all it is J. Cole and Kendrick songs.
Okay.
So right now I'm trying to pick what songs from this album that I want to put on that playlist, and I'm still undecided. I like the Heart Part 6 a lot, just because it's like a love letter to Top Dog Entertainment. He's telling a story about starting there and outgrowing it, and it's just like basically it sounds like it's just a natural progression. You know what I'm saying? He didn't leave because of any issue. It's just it was him having to, you grow up. You want your independence. You have to spread your wings. So I get that. But I like the album.
I like it
Like I
too. I'm
said,
not saying it's his best. I will say off
no,
the first just couple listens, I like it better than Mr. Morale. Just on the
really,
just on the like for the only song that I don't really like is GNX, which is funny because that's
yeah,
the
it's
album.
just the album. That's the album.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
every other song off that, I could just listen to it depending on my mood. Whereas Mr. Morale, not every song. I'm like, yeah, I don't really want to
yeah,
hear this. But my
yeah.
favorite songs are the ones with SZA, Luther, and Gloria. Like,
Luther is really good, and Gloria is really good.
yeah,
Yeah,
she really
yeah,
delivers on as
yeah,
a feature artist.
yeah. Which is literally what Devin said like last week.
He
Remember?
did say it, but
But it's
these are
just funny.
actually
Yeah,
good feat.
yeah,
Like this is
yeah,
like they
yeah,
work really in tandem with
yeah,
each other.
yeah, yeah. No, they're good. They're good.
Yeah.
I like to see how I feel about it. I wish I could cut my grass because I throw the head. No, because I throw my headphones on and I
Mm-hmm.
do all my yard work, and by the time it was over, I'd like have like this zen moment where I'm like, okay, these are the songs I fuck with.
Yeah.
You
See,
know?
I was doing that like at my desk. I was able to
Yeah,
listen to it again and again. And yeah, then
yeah,
I'm not an audio listener, so I really don't know what he's saying. It takes me a long time to realize
yeah,
what he's saying, but
yeah,
it scratches my brain, the songs, and that's all I
yeah.
ask for.
That's
I'm
all
like,
you got.
just scratch my brain, because J.
Yeah,
Cole's new stuff doesn't scratch my brain. So,
yeah.
but Kendrick
Okay.
scratches my brain.
Well, ironically, and I hope you have more information on this. There was a new J. Cole release this week, but it's old stuff. Like
Oh, I
it's
didn't know
called
that.
J. Cole College Boy.
Yeah.
But I listened to like one track and I was like, this is old J. Cole. Like, so I don't know.
Oh,
I don't even know what it is. I don't even know if he released it. Like, it's just like, but it's all old because he's on that Cold World. Like that stuff. You know what I mean? As soon as
oh,
he's,
oh.
yeah. And I was like,
Was
what
it
is?
just one of his mixtapes?
Yeah, it's a
The
mixtape.
warm up? Oh, the warm
Yeah,
up, was that it?
yeah, it's a
Oh yeah, that's
mixtape.
like his first thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and then
Speaking like J. Cole not enjoying it. I was just shuffling my music driving today, and a song from KOD started playing, and I was like, "Oh, this
Yeah.
sounds awful." I just turned it
Really?
off. I was like, "Man," I
Really?
remember liking it when it came out, but now I'm
Really?
just like, "Oh man, like this just
Well,
did not date well."
there's when I just made that playlist the other day, and it's funny where I grabbed the bulk of my J. Cole stuff from. The one album, For Your Eyes,
Mm-hmm.
I think I took 2 songs off of that. Like that I really wanted to listen to. Cause like
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean
that's more of his like poetic type.
yeah, but Mr. Morale, there's probably 4 songs on that whole CD that I love.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember years and years ago, my man Shane, his older brother Jerry, just basically told me, he's like, Matt, you buy a CD, you get 12 songs. And I was like, okay. He said, if you like 4 of them, it's worth buying. And that was all he was trying to say. And I was like,
Yeah,
I guess you're right. Like, I was like, I guess you're right. Like, everything else is just like, you might like it, but it's not going to be a hit. You know what I mean? Like, it might be a
yeah,
hit to you, but if you can get 4 legit, like, yeah, those songs were dope, then you won.
yeah.
So
And
that's
if you
kind of,
just look at albums as a whole, there's very few where you're like back to back to back to back. You love each and every song.
yeah. I mean, all those albums are in like the Hall of Fame that are like that.
Yeah, yeah,
Like Thriller. and,
yeah. Like they're
the,
the
the,
best of the best for
yeah,
a reason. For
yeah,
that reason.
the Chronic. even though, hey, Josh sent me he must have listened to the podcast because he sent me a Parliament sample and a Bootsy Collins song and was like, tell me when you recognize it. And I pressed play and I was like, oh, that's Dre. And I was like, and I said, it's so insane, buddy. No, I was like, it's actually We Want Easy, which was old NWA. But I was like, it's so crazy how Dre didn't even change anything.
Yeah, he literally just
he literally just was like, I'm gonna take this and put it here, and
yeah,
instead of it saying We Want Bootsy, it literally said We Want Bootsy, and that's how easy We Want Easy starts out. They go We Want Easy, and he
yeah.
goes.
He does
And I
that for
was
a
like,
lot of his stuff. Yeah,
yo, like this is crazy. I was like, no, and then I was like, he probably only had to pay a nickel to get the fucking clearances to use those samples too, you
yeah.
know? And then he made mega hits, like mega hits.
Mhm.
So crazy.
Now, like, I'm not saying it's okay for the
Yeah.
criticism back of hip hop back in the day, but I could see how certain people were like, they're not even making
Well, yeah, I
music.
mean,
I could see when you're doing stuff like that.
yeah. Yeah, I was young. I didn't know. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I didn't know. But now that I'm like, whoa, like, like this is the same.
Yeah. When you're
Now
just doing that, when you're doing
yeah, I
cool,
see why there
this
people had
is mine.
issues. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Now
Like, I
it's
mean,
a lot different.
well, when Diddy did it, the weird thing about when Diddy was doing it, he did it too, but everybody knew, like right off the bat. I think because Dre was pulling for P-Funk and only like, you know, certain people knew about P-Funk,
Yeah, yeah.
he was able to get away with it. Whereas when Diddy was doing it, it was like, yo, that's such and such. Like you literally just took a song that was a hit 6 months ago.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So
It was popular
like
songs, yeah.
yeah, whereas Dre had 20 years in between, you know, that the original and then him doing it.
Mhm.
So but yeah. So yeah, GNX, I'm give it a thumbs up.
Me too.
I'm gonna give it 3 out of 4, 3.5 out of 5 stars, I
Yeah.
guess. And but you know that's kind of we'll see. Ask me again after I've been to the gym like 4 days.
That's
And I
fair.
had a chance to work out to it or something.
Mhm.
You know.
Yeah.
But
That's
that
fair.
whole
Like the 2 songs I really like.
yeah.
The rest of them I'm like,
what's your Luther and Glory?
Luther and Gloria.
Yeah.
The other ones I'm like, give me time. I'll grow on.
That's so. Here's a thought for you, bud. Here's a question for you. Because when I was listening to it today when I was skim coating the ceiling, and like I heard Luther, and then I heard the Heart Part 6, and I thought to myself, does your generation have like slow jams, like bangers, like that SWV sample for the Heart Part 6? Like I remember putting that on mixtape type shit. Like, do you guys have that? Like, are there like where are slow jams at?
The Weeknd
in your world? Like, oh, so it's just like The Weeknd. There's just
I don't know. I don't know. Like major
Nah,
hits, no, I guess we're not at that time.
just don't do that.
That's not the
Yeah.
time. It's not. That's just where society is with music.
I would just, well, I mean, I'm just asking,
Yeah,
man.
no. I'm just
Yeah, I'm just
saying,
asking.
like
Yeah.
the focus isn't that right now. I think
Yeah.
we're entering the pop era.
Got you. Because you know, like how I do. I mean, you witness it. I'll be home and I'll go down that rabbit hole on YouTube and I'll just be listening to like slow jams with your mom.
Yeah,
Like,
but
and
with
I'm
those
like,
major hits, were those major hits with who you're hanging out with?
I mean, well, R&B, it's always hard to say, I guess.
That's what I
Like,
mean.
yeah, like R&B is not pop. So, I mean,
Like, do we
Maxwell's
have a Mariah Carey? No, we don't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, like, do you just have a Mariah Carey? Do you have a Maxwell? Do you have a D'Angelo? Like, do you have, you know, I don't know. You have R. Kelly. Hate to say it, but do you have R. Kelly? You know?
No, those are just
Yeah.
not yet.
Yeah, I was listening to R. Kelly today. Well, all right.
Why are you talking about?
R. Kelly
Why are we
came
talking about
on.
this?
He came on while I was working, and your mom came out the bathroom and she went, "What you don't listen to R. Kelly?"
Man, you're not allowed.
And I was
You're
like,
not
"Oh."
allowed.
I said, "Oh, my bad. Sorry." But
You're not allowed.
yeah, I clearly I'm not.
You would be.
Hey.
I think it would be allowed if they gave money towards like the victims or something.
Yeah, you don't see nothing wrong with a little bump of ground. But I'm just saying. Oh man. All right.
So you want to get into some reviews?
Yes, let's do this.
Yeah, the long anticipated 2 movies came out this weekend
Yes.
to make the Glicked Gladiator 2 and Wicked Part 1 came out. We have not seen Gladiator yet.
No.
That's
No.
at least for me. That's next week.
Yeah, same.
But we did see Wicked Part 1.
True indeed.
I'm not gonna lie, I felt kind of dumb. I didn't know it was a Part 1 till the day of.
Julius, we were driving down the highway when Courtney told us.
Yes,
I went.
they
I
didn't
went.
advertise it like that.
I went. What? She went. You know, this is Part 1, right? And I went. What are you talking about?
All the posters and stuff never said it, so I never knew.
But-
I never watched I never watched Wicked. That's just I know the
But
love for it, so I never seen
I
it play or
couldn't.
anything.
I couldn't believe it. I said,
Yeah.
"Oh, I'm so glad." Then I went, "Thank you, cuz, for telling me." Because if I'd have
Mhm.
got there,
And
I'd have been like,
finished
I'd
the
be like,
movie.
"What the fuck is this?" So yeah.
Want to say your overall rating first,
Yeah.
number wise
Yeah.
or star wise? What do you want to do?
Let's do numbers. Let's do numbers.
Out of 10?
Yeah, out of 10.
Okay. You go first.
7.8.
Oh wow. Okay. I give it an 8.
You gave it an 8? I was teetering. I was teetering, buddy. I was teetering.
Yep.
Yeah, your sister gave it a 7.
Wow, really?
Yeah, she gave it a 7.
I'm gonna have to
And
ask her why.
I went, well, that's solid. Oh, she'll tell you. I can tell you what she said. She said,
Okay, let's
go ahead.
let's get into us first. I want
Okay,
to hear what
okay.
you say first.
um,
The good and the bad. The
7.8. 7.8 because it's Part 1.
Really? That's weak. That's weak.
Look, I let me think. I'm trying to think of something bad about the movie.
That's what I'm trying to think. It's hard for me. Oh wait, I do have one thing, but
I could have done
It's
with
not
a
major.
little bit more dialogue, just a little bit more.
it's a musical.
But you're asking me to think of
Okay.
something.
Okay.
Okay. Look, I forgot how fucking funny Ariana Grande is.
Yeah.
It like there was that scene when she was dancing around trying to like give her a makeover and all that shit. I was like, I flashed back to when you used to watch Victorious, and then like when she was Kat, and I was like, she's funny. Like I was like, she's actually like good at this. Like I was like, and I forgot like because when it was over, you know, your grandma, I didn't know that little girl could sing like that. and I was like,
It's
yeah,
Ariana
Mom.
Grande.
I said, yeah, Mom. And Courtney said, your cousin Courtney said, when did you realize that she could sing like that? And I said, honestly, Dom told me when she was on Victorious. I was like, I remember Dom, your cousin Dom, saying, Kat's the best singer on there. Nobody knows it, but Kat's the best singer on there. And it was proven because that girl got some pipes. and she's funny. Like, and she played that character so well, so well. I mean, her. What's the girl's name that played? I'll say her name, but say the Wicked Witch's name.
Oh, I knew it, and then you just made
I
me
messed it up.
forget.
Yeah. Elaba.
No,
I know.
Alphaba.
Alphaba. Thank you. Alphaba. She was amazing.
Cynthia Erivo.
Yeah, and I didn't know green could look that good on somebody. She looked pretty good.
Yeah,
And
it's like,
her
she ain't
voice.
so bad. What are they tripping about?
I'm just saying, man. Just saying.
I kind of like green.
Yeah, I like green. Geniuses pick green shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but she I was waiting for her to open her mouth. I ain't gonna lie. When
Me
that movie,
too, because I knew that.
just
I knew.
waiting.
Yeah, like that's her. That's her hype.
Yeah. Soon as she started singing, your grandmother said, "How can it just be that easy?" I was like, "Mom, I said, I wish I knew." I was like, "I wish I knew."
Yeah, she can sing.
She can sing, and being unfamiliar with Wicked, I was like, because now I'm like bumping. I'm just gonna read the book before the second part comes out. But then I read that the book ending is different than the movie, and I'm like, fuck. So
Yeah,
because they changed the ending for the musical, so I'm like, damn it. But I'm still gonna probably read it. But I don't even know. Like, I have nothing but praise for it. Your grandma, go on the news with my mom. I haven't been to the news with my mom in so long, but your grandmother is funny, okay? Because she's like, that what's his name? I said Jeff Goldblum, Mom. He just,
she loves him.
Yeah,
that generation loves him.
Like, is he like smart? I'm like, yeah, Mom. He actually is smart. Like, so when he shows up, I'm like, I know, Mom.
Yeah, that generation loves him.
Yeah, they do. And I mean, Michelle Yeoh did her thing.
Yeah.
I mean, are we going to say spoilers at all?
Yeah, I would say spoilers. I would say, can I say what I like?
Yeah, say what you like, because I could.
Sorry,
bud. Sorry, I was on a roll.
Okay, well, this is in contention for Best Picture and all. I think it goes without
You think
saying.
so?
Yeah, I think it's getting the buzz. It's getting the hype. I mean, this is probably going to make $1 billion. It's Universal's highest. They filmed both movies back to back. It's their highest
Hallelujah. Yeah.
made movie, 250 million. And I think it goes to show, like, my biggest worry going into it was I was like, oh, this is like, the trailers look muted. The colors look very muted, and I was like, oh, they're just doing like a cheap CGI. Like, this doesn't look like it has soul. But I watched in the movie, I was like, oh man, the colors are pop. At least for me, I saw an IMAX. I was like, the colors are popping. The sets, a lot of the sets, were like practical. And I felt that made a huge difference. Obviously, there's green screen in it for like backgrounds and backdrops. But the actual sets and stuff, they were tangible things, and I think they're very unique. And
I agree.
Yeah, I'm glad they went that route. It felt real. Oz felt real. And
yes.
Yeah. So like technical awards, it's gonna for the Oscars, it's gonna be like with costume design, set design, all that stuff. It's gonna be Wicked versus Dune. I don't know which, and like special effects too. I don't know what it's. Yeah. And like score and stuff. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be tough.
Yeah.
But yeah. So like on a technical part, I really liked it. I know people are giving it backlash for the colors. They wanted.
Really.
Yeah, they just said it wasn't like vibrant like Wizard of Oz, but to me, it seemed like the pinks were pink.
Yeah.
The greens are green.
Yeah, the greens are green.
Yeah. And I think it looked good. Like if they went exactly making it look like Technicolor, it would have looked just bad. Like
it looked bad.
Yeah. Because at the time that was Technicolor. That was what was good. So that's what I really liked. And I do think Cynthia Erivo is gonna get a nomination.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the Wicked Witch, Alphaba. It's gonna be tough if she wins. I'm not saying she doesn't deserve it. But I do think Ariana Grande is gonna win for supporting. I think she can. I don't know who she would be up against.
She was really good.
She was really good. Like her comedic timing. Like both of them were great.
Yeah.
But she just makes me laugh so much.
Yeah. Like I was like, wow, she's really good. Yeah.
Yeah. And not just laughing, like the scene with them dancing.
Yeah.
I was like, that was pretty emotional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was going to say, damn it, I don't remember.
Yeah, she was good. I could
Yeah.
see her winning. Like, I really don't know off the top of my head who would she
Yeah,
be up against with supporting actress, but
Mm.
Oscars love musicals.
they do. Now, I was infatuated, not infatuated, but I loved Elf with his glasses.
Oh
Like
yeah,
I just like loved how they were like just little things like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I thought
Like
was
thin frame.
dope. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like the one it didn't have a nose thing, it went like a S. Almost like infinity. Like just how they were actually designed, I thought was
Yeah.
really dope. I love the look of the movie.
Me too.
A lot of little things like with the Easter eggs, not Easter eggs, but just like, this ain't me and you watching a movie, bud. This is me, your sister, your grandma, and your cousin.
Yeah.
So I go, hey, did you see his the snake oil cart? No. I'm like, oh. Did you see the banner that came down that said?
Oh
like,
yeah, the animals.
And they were like, no.
The animals.
No, when they were about at the very end, when they were trapped at the top of the tower, and they pulled that cart in front of the door.
Yeah.
That was Oz's cart.
Mm-hmm.
When he was
From
a snake oil salesman with emerald bottles.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they pulled the poster down, and you saw it on there too.
Mm-hmm.
And your mother your mother wasn't there. Your sister didn't catch it. Your grandma didn't catch it.
Actually, I didn't catch the banner part, but I caught
banner.
the green bottle. I'm like, who loves green? What
Yeah.
was the mom drinking with?
Yeah,
Which I love that scene. I love that little scene.
Yeah,
And he had the hat too. He had the same hat in the scene when they're explaining his story, and he was like,
he had the
reading a
hat on.
book.
Yeah.
He had the
Which,
bowler hat.
honestly,
It's like a bowler hat.
they didn't even say when they were explaining him reading the Grimoire. I was like, basically, he was like, "Wait, so nobody knows what this says?"
Yeah.
So he just went up there and said some bullshit, and that's how they figured out that he's a wizard.
Yeah.
Like, he was just like, if you just don't know what it says, I can say whatever I want, and here we are. Oz the Great and Powerful.
Yeah.
But
that was good. That was well done.
How about? I've never read the Wizard of Oz books. There's a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Well, there's a bunch of Oz books, I should say.
Yeah.
And but it's funny how in film, since the Wizard of Oz, Oz has been portrayed more and more just as a con artist bullshitter.
Yeah.
Like it's just like it's not even like they try to like they're like no. Like in the first one, it's like okay, he got caught in a lie, and but he still got to leave all happy. And I was like, no, he's a bullshit artist. He lies, So
he was good. This movie was just sad though. This whole time I'm like, man, bullies are messed up.
Oh yeah, and like, yeah, being different, it's not easy.
Yeah.
When they what's your favorite scene in the movie?
Oh, that's tough.
I tell you, man. But
I don't. I'll think about that. I will say the opening scene. I was like, oh, this is gonna be a banger. Because I had no expectations for this. I knew nothing about I knew very little about Wicked, but that opening scene when I was like, the Wicked Witch is dead, and the monkeys jumped out the window and started flying. I was like, oh, it's gonna hit.
Yeah.
That's not my favorite scene though. I don't know. There's a lot of good ones.
Well, did you see when the OGs from Wicked showed up? Did you know?
Yeah. Oh
yeah.
I know. My theater was clapping. Like people.
Oh, were they?
Like every major musical number, they were clapping. So when they showed up, they're like hooting and hollering.
Yeah.
They even had the composer and the song and
oh really?
the songwriters as cameos in it.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know. Yeah.
I think the composer was the guy that let him in. I think that was the composer.
Oh, that's
to
cool.
see the wizard.
Yeah. I loved. I mean, it's obvious, but I loved the scene at the end when she grabbed that fucking broom.
Oh, yeah.
I said, I looked at your grandma. Cape. I said, Mom, that was hard as hell. She was like, okay, Matthew. It was though when she caught that thing and she shot up and her massive cape was flying and she looked at them and she let them know there ain't nobody here or ever will be
that can
fucking
stop
with me. Yeah, fucking with me. I said, oh, talk that shit, honey. I was like, go ahead. Yeah. Even though it's foreshadowing for what's to come, but
yeah,
because it ain't gonna be a wizard that gets her. But
I know.
Yeah.
It's yeah, they had a lot of good foreshadowing in it.
Yeah.
I
It was.
spoiled some stuff for me, which because is it even a spoiler if it came out 20 years ago? Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
I can't wait for part 2 because I'm gonna be like,
Yeah.
man, that's gonna be heartbreaking.
It
Just what
is. It's going to be.
happens.
I mean, I asked your sister what she thought part 2 was going to be, and she's like, I'm hoping. She said, I'm assuming we're going to see how Glinda becomes the good witch.
Mm-hmm.
I said, yeah, we'll have to see that, and we'll have to see what leads to the monkeys being on Elphaba's side.
Yeah.
And her war of propaganda against the wizard, because that's what it is. It's just they
made
painted
and made another common enemy. Not the
Yeah,
animals.
yeah.
It's the
Yeah,
Wicked Witch.
now it's her. Yeah.
But I'm also curious. I'm like, is it gonna all be propaganda? Like, is she gonna stay this hero, or does she be
Eventually.
bad? I don't know.
Well, I think something's going to happen because you got to remember, Wizard of Oz, the Wicked Witch of the East, is her sister.
Mm-hmm.
So we've met her sister.
Mm-hmm.
We saw the ruby slippers.
Yes.
For a second. I'm assuming this ruby slippers are going to have something to do with her sister walking.
Wait, when we say the ruby slippers?
We saw the ruby slippers when they were trying to do the makeover.
Oh, I thought that was a joke. I thought the silver slippers, because in the book it's silver.
Is it silver in the book?
Yeah, and
okay.
They had a
okay.
I don't know if I was.
They probably had to change it because it's not actually.
And with Technicolor, they couldn't do silver.
Thank you for clarifying that.
Like something with what it was made out of, so they made a ruby.
Got you.
I didn't know if Wicked was staying close to the book or the movie. For people like realizing, So maybe I don't know if it.
Well, her sister is wearing the silver slippers already.
Mm-hmm.
So
and the shape of them, tornado, like they have spirals, like the design of them.
Okay. I like it.
But yeah, anyway, like the end result is the house lands on her.
Yeah.
And the Wicked Witch is like, out to get Dorothy after.
Well, she comes for her sister's shoes, but I did look in the book. I looked in Wikipedia about the book. And I guess her sister had promised her the shoes. Yeah, so that's why she was so pissed about Dorothy having the shoes.
Gotcha. And so the fact she promised her the shoes means they have to be on good terms.
Right.
Because, I mean, she's the most hated person in Oz, but her sister's like talking to her still.
Well, her sister is the Wicked Witch of the East.
Yeah, so what makes her become that?
What makes her become that? I think it's going to be Bunk or Banks or whatever his name is. Banks, not really liking her in the first place, just liking
Bach.
Bach, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bach.
Oh, I know something with Bach.
No, Suki.
You want me to tell you? Or be surprised?
Yeah, tell me.
You want me
to
tell
me
you?
now. Tell me, damn it.
Bach is the Tin Man.
Really?
Yep.
He doesn't have a heart.
He's always crying. And also, I saw a TikTok that explained this. When Ariana Grande puts his handkerchief back in his tux, where is it at? His heart. And he says he like cries all the time and stuff. So
interesting.
I don't know who turns him into the Tin Man, how he becomes that, but he is the Tin Man. And you know who the Scarecrow is.
It's not old boy Big Pimpin', is it? Really?
Yeah. Another thing, I don't know how he becomes that, but yep. And I like how they foreshadowed that because they're like, he's been thinking. He's like, I've been thinking.
I've been thinking.
What's the Scarecrow missing?
Yeah, his brain. Yeah. I mean, we saw the Cowardly Lion.
Yes, I like that.
They saved him, yeah.
And that's why he's able to talk, because he's left in the woods and no one knows.
No one knows, yeah. Yeah. Wow. Okay, I see you.
Oh, so there's a pose of Furio, and his arms are like spread like a scarecrow, and his feet are kind of crossed.
I got you.
Like he's like where his staging is like in the library. He's standing like that.
Yeah.
Foreshadowing. They plan that. I just don't know. I'm excited to see how it happens because I don't know that stuff.
Yeah,
there's some Wicked fan listening that are like, "You guys are idiots." Like
that's all right. That's all right.
This is how it goes down.
Hey, here to learn, preaching and teaching. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
low key don't think it's the Wicked Witch that makes him that.
No, I
I
think
think
the
it's
Wicked
gonna be
Witch is going.
moreable.
I think she's going to be misunderstood until the end, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm starting to think that maybe she fakes her death. I don't know. I hope. I don't want to be
No, she's
sad.
dead.
I don't want to be sad when it's over, buddy. I don't want to be sad. I want to be like, hell
It's gonna
yeah.
be the whole movie's the whole
Because
story is sad.
I liked how even like in my opinion, you could tell even in the beginning, Glenda was like
She still
putting
cared
on.
for her.
She still cared. She was putting on a
Yeah.
fake face for everybody else. Like even when they brought out the effigy and started burning it, she was just like looking
Yeah.
at it like.
Yeah.
Because they were like, "Were you friends?" She was like, "We were friends. We knew each other. We crossed paths." Like she like
Mm-hmm.
went,
She
you know,
backtracked.
she had to
Yeah.
backtrack.
Very
But
political answer.
yeah, but they were best friends.
Yeah.
They were best friends.
So I'm
Yeah.
curious with the second one. Like, am I gonna hate Glenda? It's just like kind of becoming the good witch while her friend becomes this hated
Right.
person.
Right. Right.
I don't
But
know.
so crazy. It was good though.
It was good.
It was so good that halfway through it, I was like, "This is gonna make more money than Gladiator." I
Oh,
was like,
the ticket sales already by day one. They already have more ticket sales.
I was like, wow. I was like, that's interesting. It's very interesting. So,
I mean, it's the most anticipated adaptation of a musical in a while.
wow. I didn't think about it like that, but like when I saw the trailer for it, I was like, oh hell yeah, I want to see that. You know, and I asked your cousin, she was like, yeah. And your grandma was like, I want to go. And we were like, okay, cool. And that was kind of it. I wasn't over here realizing just how big it was going to be. And then we were going to the movies. Your cousin said, "Cuz," and I was like, "What?" And she said, "There's."
Yes.
She said, "There's 3 movies showing at this theater." I was like, "What?" She said, "It's showing." She said, "Wicked is showing every hour."
Wow.
It's on the screen. It's showing every hour.
Yeah.
And I was like, "What?" And she's like, "Yeah, there's like other movies showing, but they're
Mhm.
only getting one. They're only getting one showing a day this weekend."
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
like, "That's
I told you,
crazy."
every theater I tried to get to, tickets were sold out for
I was like,
evening.
"That's
So I was like,
crazy."
yeah, it was sold out. My theater is
That's
sold
big.
out, and I have a theater every 5 miles. It was sold out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So I'm
I could see it again too. I said I could see it again.
Yeah, I'd like to take your mom. I think she would enjoy it.
Yeah, she would.
I think she would. Maybe I'll take her on Tuesday. You know,
I'm
but
seeing Gladiator Tuesday.
I gotta hit your uncle up about Gladiator because he
Mm.
asked me if I wanted to go. So we'll see. Which I haven't read any reviews on Gladiator yet. All I saw was the
I read
meme
a couple.
that Denzel's back must be hurting because he carried the whole movie.
I've been seeing that.
I was like, oh boy.
Mhm. Yeah, I've been
So
seeing that. I haven't read too in-depth reviews. Most of them are people that love Gladiator, and they're just
yeah.
like, man, this one is they just dropped the ball.
Oh wow, they probably
Yeah.
tried to do too much. We'll see.
Maybe.
It's still gonna get my money. Yeah, that's our movie review. So you said 8, I said 7.8.
I saw another movie I'll say real quick thing about.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, go see Wicked. It's gonna be the biggest movie of the year, probably. One of the biggest.
Yeah, I can't argue that.
Yeah. Fun fact: top 10 movies of this year, box office, they're all sequels. First time ever.
Really?
Yeah, first time ever in film history.
Hmm.
But the movie I saw recently is called A Real Pain, starring Jesse Eisenberg and Kieran Culkin. And
was it directed by Eisenberg?
yeah, it was written and directed by Eisenberg. And it's just about a mismatched cousins that reunite for a tour for Poland to honor their beloved grandmother, and it takes them on a wild adventure. And as they reveals more of their family history. And yeah, it's a simple like road trip movie, but
Yeah.
slice of life, makes you cry, makes you laugh.
You didn't cry.
I didn't cry.
Yeah, you
But
don't
I
cry
could see where
movies.
people cry.
Yeah, I was gonna say you don't cry
I don't
movies
cry.
ever.
But yeah, just like, there's moments that are relatable. There's characters that are relatable, and it just has a. And it's interesting. I said it makes you laugh because they're taking a tour of the Holocaust. That's not what makes you laugh.
Yeah,
It's just
Holocaust
it's an
tour, yeah.
interesting balance of tone that they're able to pull off, and they pull it off really well. And it's 90 minutes. You're in and out just like that.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's
And Kieran Culkin is probably gonna win for best supporting actor.
Really?
Yeah, he does his thing. He's charming, and he could have easily been a stereotypical character, like
Yeah.
oddball, like weird, charming guy. But no, he has a
Yeah.
lot of layers to him. He does a lot with the little time he has. He's good. He's
I'll
good.
check it out. What's it called?
A Real Pain. It's probably
A
going to be
Real
on
Pain.
streaming soon. Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to go on to sports?
I guess. Our beloved Pittsburgh Steelers won on Sunday night, then lost on Thursday night.
Oh, yeah.
So-
The one with all field goals against the Ravens, the top
Against the
scoring
Ravens.
offensive team. Impressive. Then they lost against the 2-7 Browns.
Yeah, because we
Now
play up to the
3-7.
level. Playing to the level of your opposition. That's how you
Yeah.
do it, folks. That's how you do it.
That is how we do it.
Not much I can say. I was talking to a coworker prior to the Browns game, and I guess I got to tell a story to tell that story. But I went to get pizza at a
Okay.
local spot. At a local spot. Should I say its name?
Okay.
Yeah, I went to Oso's to get some
Oh,
pizza.
okay.
Right. So I'm getting my pizza, and I had a wad of money because I had
Yeah.
just done a side job. So somebody gave me some cash. So I got a wad of cash in my hand. So I'm counting it out, and I hear, "You gonna get my pizza with that wad of money?" So I turn around, and it's our cousin Boomer, and I go, "Oh, what's up, Boom?" And he's like, "What up, cuz?" So I dap him up and everything. I pay for my pizza, and now we're waiting because at Oso's you wait. So we're standing there chilling. And this older man sits down. He's older, as in like probably in between me and Boomer's age. So,
Okay.
So he's sitting there and he goes, "Hate to be the one to say it, but it's going to be another mediocre season for the Steelers," right? So he starts talking all this shit about Tomlin and the Steelers and their dilemma with two quarterbacks, and I'm just like. But you know me, I fake the funk. I've watched one whole game this whole season.
Yeah.
So I'm standing there, and he's talking to me and Boomer. So Boom's like this. I see you start going like this. And I was like, oh boy, this is going to be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And then the one guy cooking pizza, he just chimed in. He said, Tomlin is currently favored to be coach of the year. Yeah. And the guy goes, what? He goes, yeah. Check Vegas. Vegas has him picked to be coach of the year. And the guy's like, well, I don't believe it. And the guy cooking the pizza goes, I'm a short white man with limited athletic ability. So all I do is watch sports all day and memorize stats. And I was like, you're fucking a man. Yeah, I was like, this guy's amazing.
That's
so
funny.
I was the only one that laughed. I started laughing.
Very
because
true,
I was like,
too. Yeah.
I was like, that's funny because I was like, oh my God, that is a type of person.
Yeah.
That is an actual person that exists.
Yes.
The unathletic male. I won't even say white male, the unathletic male.
Yes, that's the major demographic of the NFL broadcast.
That just watches sports and memorizes stats.
Yes.
And you can't argue with them. And so he basically took over the arguing for me and Boom.
Yeah.
And then Boomer did start saying some stuff, but it was like that guy had taken the edge completely off. So I was like, yeah, we're not going to like Greco. So it was so funny.
Yeah.
So
I was just going to say, I hate the people that say fire Tomlin. I mean,
yeah,
like people, you know how fast you'd get another job?
Right. He said the guy he said Mike Tomlin with his supposed never having a losing season. I was like, that's not supposed. That's a fact.
Yeah. Like people say breaking even. Like, oh, how good is that? It's like, there's a lot of the worst teams.
Yeah, you can lose.
Yes.
You can have a losing season. Yeah, if you're above 500 career, you're like above 500.
Or we're 8-8. Like,
yeah.
I will gladly take that.
I'm like, oh my gosh, man.
Yeah, Pittsburgh fans don't know how good they have it compared to other franchises.
They just lose.
Yeah.
So I go to work and I'm telling the dudes at work this story, right? That was actually Halloween when that happened, actually. So I go to work that Saturday and I tell the dudes at work, and old boy Blake says to me with a straight face, look, he said, we run out our schedule. And this is what he said. All we got to do, beat Kansas City. AFC Championship. Now we're in the Super Bowl. And I said, all we got to do is beat Kansas City.
in the AFC Championship.
I was like, oh,
easy.
so
It's not easy.
the only, it's not easy. They're undefeated, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, are they still undefeated? They won today?
They lost
I'm
against
assuming-
Buffalo.
Did they
last week.
lose?
Yeah,
last
they
week,
won
okay.
today though. They're 10-1.
Yeah. But it was just like, well, so at the
All
time,
all their wins have
Yeah.
besides today, all their wins have been like one score. Like there hasn't been like
Yeah.
a clear.
yeah, it's been close.
Yeah,
But yeah, all we have to do is beat Kansas City. I went.
that's funny.
That's all I have to do is knock out Mike Tyson. I'll be heavyweight
Mhm.
champion of the world.
They
So-
are favorites, so like they're one of the contenders.
Who, Pittsburgh?
Yeah, I'm not
Oh,
saying they're
okay.
the best AFC team. I'm not saying that, but
Yeah,
they
but-
are a contender.
Yeah.
The defense is elite enough to
Oh
carry.
my gosh, yeah, which always is. But
Yeah, we just have a really tough remaining schedule.
yeah, like we're in the meat of our schedule now. Like,
Mhm.
and we always do that dumb shit with fucking Cleveland. Where we
Yeah,
split with Cleveland.
well,
We're like, why did we split?
Yeah, funny enough, I think I would say your Mike Tomlin stat. He's 0 for 6 against divisional opponents on road games on Thursday Night Football.
Yeah, he's never won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's 9-11 overall for Thursday Night Football games throughout his career.
It's not his day. It's
Yeah.
not his day.
Mhm.
He's like, it's Thursday night football. It's a bunch of bullshit,
Yeah.
which it kind of is. Like, I was like, if I played on Sunday, by Thursday, I'm just now not sore, and that's high school football.
Yeah.
Like by Thursday, I'm like, okay, I'm not aching anymore.
Mhm.
Like
That's
that
why
was one of the reasons.
So yeah, that's why it's an awful turnaround.
It's that's crazy.
Mhm.
Like that's literally like 1, 2, 3. Oh, another
Yeah.
game.
Now imagine you're a
Like-
team that doesn't get a bye week till this
Yeah.
week. Some teams their bye week's not till next week. Like the Ravens
Yeah.
is next week.
They
Or
just
maybe
beat
2
down,
weeks from now.
broke down.
Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah. So our beloved Steelers
I
are
still
still
have faith.
there.
I still have
I
faith.
do. I do too.
Because we're
We got-
undefeated against teams with a 0.5 record.
Oh, we are.
But
Okay.
we've lost
Yeah.
every team with a below
A losing record. Yeah. So we play
this
to the
year.
level.
This year, yeah.
We play to the level of our opposition, bud.
Mhm, mhm.
You guys are trash. Okay, we'll play trash too. We'll play like trash too. So like, no, but we're trying to win. But yeah, I actually did watch though. I watched the Ravens game and I watched 3/4 of the Browns game, which is the most football I've watched this season. I was proud of
Yeah.
myself. Your mom was like, "You watched the game?" I said, "I
Good
did. I
for
watched
you,
some of it."
yeah.
You know. Then my bed started calling me, and I was like, "I'm going to bed." So,
That's fair.
but yeah, our beloved Steelers. You know, I had to Google who won the World Series like 3 days ago.
Oh wow, you didn't know?
No, I was like, wait, who ended up winning that shit? And I was like, oh, the Dodgers won. And I was like, that's cool.
Yep.
I was like, that's cool. LA, big city of
Yes.
dreams.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Kendrick actually got the mariachi singer from the Dodgers game on his
Yeah, to be
album. Yeah.
Yeah, she said she didn't know what she was going to be doing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Man, everybody thought Taylor Swift was going to be on his new album. No, I was
Why?
like, I don't know. It was like a thing because there's some picture of her and him
Oh.
together. And I'm like, I mean, it wouldn't have been shocking because he was on Bad Blood, which people
He
forget.
was. He was.
He is Kendrick,
That was
but
the
he
Pimp
was
a Butterfly
yeah,
Kendrick
he
too.
was back when he used to smile in videos and shit.
Mm,
Like,
Yeah.
like every time I hear the Miguel song with him and Kendrick, and I watch that video and Kendrick's got like the little high top fade, and he's
Mhm,
smiling and he's
mhm.
singing, and I'm like, yeah, you ain't been that guy in a
that was
decade.
industry Kendrick.
Yeah. Now he's just like,
He took his trip to Africa and he hasn't been
yeah,
the same.
man, he ain't been the same.
Yeah.
He came back was like, they lied to us. All they do is lie to us. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, buddy. But yeah, I guess I can slide in the anime corner for a second.
Okay.
Gay still sick. One Piece is
Oh,
still on
man.
hiatus.
Yeah.
One Piece is still on hiatus. The new thing is red pill, blue pill. Red pill is Gay dies and never finishes One Piece.
You
Blue
mean
pill is-
Uda? You keep saying gay.
I'm saying Gay. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry,
Keep saying
Oda.
gay.
Oh, sorry, internet. Sorry. Oda dies and never finishes One Piece. Red pill is you die and Oda finishes One Piece. Which one do you take?
Oh, I know people are choosing.
Hey, people are like, I'll take it for the team.
Mhm.
They're like, people are like, I'll make the sacrifice so everybody else can have it. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh,
They
Like,
love
I don't
that
know what.
stuff.
Honestly, bud, if Oda were to pass before he finishes One Piece and there was
Oh, that's tragic.
no one to finish it, it would be a tragedy.
Yeah,
I
that
just
would be
saved
a big hole.
I just saved the list of I think I sent it to you, the list of all the records that One Piece has broken. And I know there are those people on here who don't give a shit. But
No, it's like one of the
but
greatest pieces of fiction. Just
yeah,
I
I'm gonna
don't
rattle
even
off
read it. I don't even watch it. I just know.
I'm gonna
Basic.
rattle off a couple,
Okay.
just a couple.
Okay.
Um, well, we'll start with the basics. One Piece live action, Netflix is #1 series in 86 countries, right?
Wow.
One Piece is the most sold manga for 12 years straight, starting in 2007, which is just bananas. It's the highest grossing anime. Red, the one about Shanks, my dude, highest grossing anime film that isn't in the actual story. It's the most sold comic ever by a single author.
That
I
has
don't
like
know
over 400 million copies.
Yeah, it's just stupid. It's
Yeah.
just actually kind of stupid. It's the most watched show yearly. Most sold manga ever, 530 million copies. That's crazy.
That's what it is. 500.
Yeah,
Wow.
530. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And it's IMDb's top show of 2024 so far.
Yeah.
It's just, and you try to explain to people who don't watch animation why animation is a valid form of I don't know, entertainment.
Yeah. It's a very
It's just-
American thing.
It is a very American thing that it's like, it's a cartoon, it's for kids, and you're just like, it's just like, but you'll sit there and listen to us tell stories. Right? We'll sit here and tell stories and people will listen. But if I say, hey, you should watch this cartoon, they're like, I'm like, really? You listen to me rattle off some story from 1987 though. Okay.
I say it's an American thing because it actually is based on like the history of animation and stuff.
Yeah.
So, and how we perceive it.
How we perceive it. Yeah. True indeed. But I just it's crazy to me. Like you said, you finally started Arcane, right?
Yeah, I watched the first 2 episodes.
Yeah, I finished it. What are your thoughts?
Oh, I love how they just threw us right back in there, like, and I was still enthralled. Like no wasted time. I'm like I'm in. Like if the only reason I didn't watch more is because I just didn't have time.
Yeah,
I'm gonna finish it by next week, so that's my priority.
It will continue to get better. That's all I can tell you. It continues. I finished it yesterday morning, and I was just like, talk about so sad that something's over, and I know it's over.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, like this is so good.
Such good storytelling, and it takes
Yeah.
complete advantage of the animation medium. Like the animation's so smooth, even with the characters, like emotes, like their facial expressions.
Yes.
This is the most subtle things. I'm like, they improved from 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
Like, I don't know how they did it. Yeah, because it was
it's so
groundbreaking then. Yeah.
Yeah, and just the way their bodies move and stuff. I'm like, this is so smooth and subtle.
There's a scene where Jace is walking into a room, and I just was like, damn, like they animated swag. Like I was like, they were able to capture swag on cell. Like what the fuck?
Yeah.
So it's just amazing. The show, the medium. I mean, and it's funny because you'll have a show like Arcane where an amazing animation, meets amazing storytelling, and then you'll have a show like One Piece where once upon a time the animation was trash. But the story was so good it kept you invested.
Yeah.
So when the animation caught up, it just made One Piece become something else altogether.
Yeah.
But so I have till April before I see any new animation from One Piece, and I don't know when Gege's coming back from his hiatus.
Yoda.
Oh, I said it again.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, Oda.
Sorry,
Oda. So I don't know when he's coming back, but hopefully it's soon. But yeah. Other than that, though, I'm still watching ReZero. It's still good. It's still dark, but I still like it. So, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
All right.
A lot of stuff
So,
to
yeah.
watch this week.
Yeah. We're still looking for a new show with real people in it.
Oh, Dune's out. I just didn't watch
That's
it yet.
right. That's right. We were supposed to start that, but it was like 7:00. So maybe we'll jump on that this week. Yep. All right.
Me
well,
too.
Sounds good. Well, I guess that's it.
Yeah.
Anything else?
We talked about plenty. We talked about plenty.
Yeah. No
Not
Mount
this week.
Rushmore's this
Yeah,
week.
I knew we had a lot to talk about.
Yeah. Okay, then. So until next time, he's Son.
And he's Pops.
And thanks for listening. Be kind to each other.
It don't matter what we got, cause we gon' drink. It's Son and Pops.